Hello, Grand Rising, good morning, hola, howdy, whatever the greeting is supposed to be whenever we come together. Tracy, with the frog in my throat, Sweet Spot E Magazine, thank you to the subscribers. Thank you to the subscribers that communicate with me. I love you all. You guys know that. Please continue to the likes, to the views. I appreciate each and every one of you. Let's jump in. Has anyone ever heard the term of history repeating itself? History repeats itself. And that's just all I hear. History repeating itself. There's something that someone has to stop. Because they're in a cycle that's a generational curse. And they can't see it. Let's jump in. Bottom of the deck. Hostilities. Yeah, it's like someone is feeling stuck. They're feeling like, you know what the fuck is really going on? Attachment. They're figuring out that it's the people that they are attached to that's causing some sort of demise, that's causing some sort of heartbreak. It's these people that they're attached to that's keeping them off of their temple path, that's keeping them away from reaching their goals, where in life, what they need to do to succeed. Those people are keeping them away from their blossoming abundance. It's like sometimes we have those energies around us that's so fucking negative, and we want to sit there and say, well, they love us, we love them, we've known each, we go way, way, way back. But those are the ones that think that they can get over because you go way, way, way back. Doesn't mean that they're honest. Doesn't mean that they've ever been honest way, way, way back. It just means that you're used to seeing them. You're used to them. Somebody needs to leave. Somebody needs to get some strength, some fortitude, some whatever they need to do, and they need to get up and they need to leave. It's time for someone to go on a journey. Because guess what? They're putting themselves in a position for history to repeat itself. They're keeping themselves bound. They're keeping themselves tied up. They're keeping themselves and their family stuck. Because they're afraid. They're afraid. That's all it is. It's time for them to appreciate the messages that are coming through from Spirit, because Spirit is trying to let them know, listen, hey, this is what you're around. This is why you're not able to go through that door, the blossoming abundance, because you're around the wrong people. Spirit is saying, I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to heal you. I'm trying to make your motherfucking ass great. But sometimes people, they don't want to be great. They want to stay stuck. They want to stay stuck. They're past the confusion of why they're stuck. They understand why they're stuck and what's up with the people and the situations around them, but they're afraid. They're afraid. They say that, well, if I go off by myself, who am I going to be with? That's when you stand up strong in your own motherfucking power. Because people don't respect you when you sway like the wind, when you do everything that they want just so you can get along, people don't respect that bullshit. Let me tell you what people respect. When you become unmotherfucking movable. When you tell somebody, bitch, this is it. No is a complete sentence. Push me. Cross this motherfucking line. I wish you would. That's when you get the respect. Because then they know that you're not like, let me do this just so that I can make. You're like, fuck you. If you need to leave, leave. Because I'm going to be here by myself stronger than when you was in here trying to suck up on my energy or on my air. So people are afraid. They think if I'm alone, then I don't have the masses behind me. I don't have any strength. No, your strength comes when you are alone. Because God sees this one chose to stand in truth. This one chose to stand in righteousness. And I'm going to protect this one from those asses who like to call themselves the masses. Bottom of the deck, we got the sun. Someone sees clearly now that the rain is gone. Someone understands that, you know what? They may be setting themselves up. With the Ace of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles. They need to start over. They need to start something new. They need to work on themselves. They need to work on their own independence. As opposed to staying stuck. Because you staying stuck is allowing the cycle to repeat. Is allowing yourself to be in a situation where you're going to look back and say, I had an opportunity to leave at this time, but I chose not to do anything. And how, whenever I chose not to do anything, that messed up my path. Something about you having to really look at everything and protect yourself. Something about you having to really take a pause and don't look at everything like you used to look at everything. You got to look at everything different. Because you're going to have to really, really look at things different. Like I said, this person is like they are afraid to be by themselves, but this is exactly what they need. This is exactly what they need. We have the Knight of Wands and the Four of Pentacles that came out flying over to the Attachment and the Broken Heart card. Yeah, it's like they're, afraid to make that move, afraid to get rid of the person that, or the energy that was like restricting them, robbing them, hiding from them. But they see it. They see what's up. They see what's up. Spirit is saying, have some strength. Learn to control that beast within. That beast that's telling you everything is not going to be all right. That beast that's telling you you need these people. That beast that's telling you you need the situation. Learn to control your ego and your pride, because someone is worrying about, well, if I do this, what are those masses of the asses going to think? It's like they're afraid to respect themselves. Seriously. Even though they can clearly see what the hell is going on. They can clearly see what's going on, but they still feel like they have to juggle. They still feel like they need to make up some type of, okay, well, I got to make up some type of new thing. I don't even know what a new thing is. But it's like they're just coming from a young mindset still. They're still thinking about, and they're not realizing that, you know what? All of that is coming back on you. It's like this Queen of Pentacles came inside, was like, this person is, I think it's this person that they can see who exactly this Queen of Pentacles is. But for some reason, they're having a hard time making a decision going that direction. I feel like someone's been brainwashed. Someone has been brainwashed. And it's like they kind of feel it. But they feel like they can't, they almost feel embarrassed to try to seek help. They do. They feel embarrassed to try and seek help, so they want to try and keep this to themselves. And this is the person that did it. Could have been this father that brainwashed the child against the mother. Because we did see that Page of Pentacles. Because that shit happens. One parent is a piece of shit. A piece of motherfucking shit. And they will sit here and try and play games, throw shade, talk shit, and everything else about the other parent because it's really them. And that is the truth. So it's like, that's how we get these attachments. It's like these people that we think, oh, these people love us because they call themselves our parent, our grandparent, our cousin, our uncle, our aunt, our this or that. That don't mean that they love you. That just means they got easy access to you. That just means that they can fuck you up in your mind and not give a shit and then sit there and point at you like you done fucked yourself up. And it could be your family that does it. They will do everything. Because just because you were born into that family doesn't mean that they love you. They don't have to. They don't even have to respect you. Just because you were born was because two people decided to have sex. That was it. Two people decided to have sex and they got pregnant. That was it. Sounds rough. Sounds hard. Sounds harsh. But the truth is usually harsh. So then after you were born, you had to do what you had to do to defend yourself because you were just out here by yourself. You were just born. They didn't say that they wanted to raise you. They just said, oh, we're pregnant. Somebody won a game. Somebody won a prize. Three of Pentacles and the Four of Swords, yeah. So instead of them raising you like they should have, they didn't. They decided to leave you on your own. You do fine. You'll get a clue. You'll find out. You'll wake up. You'll do fine. You do okay. That's the energy I'm getting. Somebody was like left out in the motherfucking cold. And that's the truth. Somebody was left out in the cold to defend themselves. But I feel like history is trying to repeat itself. You can't make this up. History is trying to repeat itself. Somebody better wake the fuck up. Because what they did to you, they plan to do to someone else. But Spirit said, I'm not going to let that happen. Spirit says, I'm not going to let that happen. Because the truth has been seen. The truth is now showing. Someone sees the truth. Someone understands now that this communication that they have been receiving, it's been there to help them, not to hurt them. It's been there to free them, not to bound them. It's been there to wake them up, not to put them into a sleep or a slumber. Is somebody saying, hey, it could be someone's mother saying they are making you look like a fool. Fool, wake the fuck up. Somebody's trying to help somebody. Or some messages is trying to come through. Yes. Some messages are trying to come through. They don't love you like that. They're not there for you like that. They trying to get you off your game. They don't care about you like that. And by the time somebody really wakes the fuck up, by the time somebody really sees what's going on, it's going to be too late. Because these people, this person is worrying now because they actually kind of see it happening. Things that they did being done to them. Things that they took part in are being done to them. And that's confirmation because I just heard my phone vibrate. And it's by this Queen of Wands. I'm telling you, this person right here, she is something else. She don't care. She is a loose woman. You can tell she's a loose woman. She thinks she's all that, but she's not. And she's nasty too. And she's a witch. Look at her sitting with her legs wide open. Nasty ass. Somebody they see. Yeah. Their own intuition is letting them know, baby, a tower is coming. A tower is about to hit. And it's going to be something that lasts for a long time. It's going to be something that knocks you off your game for a long time. This has been in the making. This has been a tower that has been in the making because it's something that somebody else was doing. What else, Spirit? I'm telling you, somebody has to prepare themselves because history is repeating themselves. Telling you it could have to do with somebody's daddy, somebody's granddaddy, somebody's uncle, somebody that somebody looks up to. They think that this person is just all of that, and then some. Once again, could be somebody in the family. Somebody that they've traveled to see. Somebody that they traveled to be with. Somebody that they've moved forward in thinking that this was the best thing. Probably because they felt like this person had money. This person had something. But somebody is, I feel like they are waking up to the fact that they need to get on their journey. Because they're waking up to the shit that they did. And all the shit that they caused. And they don't want that shit to happen with them and theirs. Because they see how this motherfucker caused a whole bunch of shit. They see it. And now they're scared. Because you know what? This could be somebody that they gave their own parents their ass to kiss. And they got kids. Not thinking that the shit was going to come back on them. I mean, can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? You sat here and gave your parents your ass to kiss because you thought somebody else was better. And in the minute that you gave your parents your ass to kiss, the person that you thought was better turned out to be the devil. And you got a child, or two, or three. And then you sitting there watching your child do the same thing that you did to your parent. So what do? Besides take it. Besides swallow that big ass pill. Besides humble yourself. Besides wake the fuck up. Besides tell yourself, you know what? This may be some shit that I fucking deserve because this the same shit that I did to my mama. It hits different when it's your children doing it to you. It does. It hits real different when your children do it to you. It teaches them it's time for them to grow the fuck up. Put an end to certain games. Teaches them it's time for them to put an end to certain relationships. Teaches them a whole bunch of shit. Teaches them a whole bunch of shit. What else, Spirit? Somebody, yeah. Something about this motherfucker right here. And he's not even a good emperor. He's not. He's like an emperor in reverse. He is somebody who steals. He's somebody who connives. He's somebody who plots. He plans. He does all this bullshit. He sits there and he want to act like he's praying, but really he want to act like he prays, but he's not really praying. What he's doing is he's really throwing negative energy your way. That's who it is. But somebody has to wake up. Or maybe they have awakened because they're starting to see everything around them is becoming more and more scarce. We got the Page of Swords. Yeah. They are starting to see everything around them becoming more and more scarce. And the reason it's becoming more scarce is because all the positive energy that was around them refuses to deal with that negative energy around them. So until they can get rid of that negative energy around them, they will continue to go down. They will continue to lose everything. And when I say everything, I mean everything. It may not be until this person loses their own child because of some bullshit. Knight of Swords, Two of Pentacles, and the Sun. Somebody's going to try and create chaos. They're going to try and lie on somebody against their child, against their own. They're going to lie on somebody. They're going to try and cause a chaos. They're going to try and cause distension, disruption. But it's time for someone to go within and find that light, find that strength, find that courage. It's time for them to find something. Because it's time for someone to reclaim their own happiness. It's time to reclaim your happiness. It's time to reclaim your throne. It's time to reclaim growth. It's time to reclaim everything that you fucking lost around this piece of loser bullshit. It's time for someone to go within. Be by yourself. Do your own thing for a while so that you can find that light. So that you can find your happiness. So that you can get rid of and purge that negative energy that's been around you. Because that is permeating everything in your life. It's coming through your own pores. It's affecting you in a way that you never thought. With the Page of Pentacles, it's fucking up your money. It's fucking up your friendships. It's fucking up your relationships. It's fucking up everything. Your own mental, your own emotional. Everything is being fucked up. It even could have fucked up a relationship that you have with your mother. All because somebody else was jealous. All because somebody else envied somebody else for their hard work. All because somebody else couldn't take it that somebody else was on the up and up. So they couldn't. They wanted to destroy you instead of learning their own lessons. They wanted to cause your tower to fall instead of them just kind of stepping up to the plate and saying, this is what I need to go through so I can pull myself up out of misery. The Knight of Wands and the Nine of Wands. Someone is making a move. I feel like they're making a move to protect themselves. I feel like they're finally understanding and figuring out and saying, wait a minute. I see that this shit with the Knight of Pentacles and the Devil, I see that this shit has been going on for far too long. I see that this is something that this person has been doing forever, for a while now. And this person has been nothing but a snake, nothing but the devil. And every time I gave this person the benefit of the doubt, thinking that this person would change, this person would do something different, they just became a bigger, and bigger snake. For someone that's taken things seriously now. Now they're paying attention. Now they want to be with who made them happy. Now they're even looking at this other person, at this person that they want to be in a relationship with, because they see that this is the person that they should have been in a relationship with. This is the person they should have stood by their side. This is the one that they should have had that dignity and that honorability, or whatever the word is, to say, no, I'm sticking with this one. I don't care what you got. I'm sticking with this one. But they allow themselves to be easily swayed. And now, they're on their way back. They want to go back home. They want to go back home. They want to leave this whole attached, jealous person, and they want to go back home. I'm just going to grab a couple of these, see if from the stack, see if Spirit wants us to know anything from the stack, and then I'm going to wrap it up so that I can start my work week. Ooh, hey! What else, Spirit? Any messages from the stack, please? Any messages from the stack? Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. Oh, yes. We have, don't compete where you don't compare. That was that person. That person who thought that they could get you off your path because they said, you know what? I'm better than the person that you truly love. I'm better than that one. And you was like, okay. But then you found out it wasn't. Something about you have to return something to the sender. Whatever they've been given to you, you better say a magical special prayer and say, God, I'm returning that to the sender times 10. It's like you have to move forward in spite of the chaos and the confusion. Someone you know is tuned in. Someone you know is a seer. Someone you know is that torch bearer. And this is the person that you're thinking about. Not only are you thinking about them, you're also thinking about how you treated them. You're thinking about who this person is and what you're waking up to this person, the one that you want to go home to. Because now you see that this one is chosen. Now you want to see that this one is only fears God. And now you see that this is the path. Because you don't want the history to repeat itself. Someone has to leave. Someone has to get in their car and go. Get on their horse and go. Get on that motorcycle, get in that boat, get in that bus, get in that van. Put on them Nikes, put on them whatever shoes, flip-flops, and just go. Because someone wants history to repeat itself.